Hello, everybody. Ooh, let me make sure my notifications are quieted. I swear that's
I
the
know,
only time I get notified is when I'm doing something where I need quiet or something.
of course.
But happy Saturday. Uh, We are well, we're supposed to be reading April will be reading Lightlark by Alex Aster. If you're here, you don't have to be reading it. If you already read it, let us know. You don't have to give all your thoughts. Please, no spoilers, but just let us know if you read it and if you plan on joining our discussion. The discussion will be June 2nd. I
Yes.
literally just looked at it and now my brain is like too many dates.
June
Uh,
3rd.
June 3rd. June 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll discuss it then. I am really excited to get into it. Also, yesterday they just announced the new collector's edition of this book, which I already thought this book was pretty as is. Um, Especially like without the dust jacket. It's
So
I
nice.
mean, it's pretty, but the collector's edition was stunning and definitely my vibe. Like Black and Red is very like intense and dramatic, but I don't know if you know this, but I like flowers. I
No.
don't know if you can tell, but I like flowers. And the collector's edition is gorgeous. I did share it in our Tales of Starlight's stories if you wanted to see all of it, but I screenshotted pictures because I'm obsessed. The box, so like that's the box, and then it doesn't have a dust jacket, but that's the cover. It's got red sprayed edges with like crowns on it, and then it has like a picture inlay or like just actual illustrations in it which are stunning and make me really excited to read this. It is it becoming a movie or a show?
I don't know. I've seen things, but I haven't looked
I don't
into it.
remember now. I feel like it's becoming a movie, but I
Yeah.
could be wrong. Um, but I'm excited to get into it. I am reading Belladonna, which I'm absolutely loving. The sunshine is out. It is planting garden season in Michigan, and any chance I get, I'm outside. And then I've been watching TV, like Bridgerton and Star Wars, and what else did I watch? Like, I've been watching so much TV, which is really weird. I go through phases apparently where I go from like TV shows and movies, and then I don't watch TV for like 3 months. So I haven't been reading a ton, but I'm hoping to finish Belladonna this weekend. I am loving it. Oh my gosh. It's going to be a 5-star already. Like I can just tell by the writing, the characters, the mystery, the vibes. I'm obsessed. So,
That's awesome. That's
um
awesome.
and I guess like if you guys are new here, I'm Sam. This is my channel. Um I do a little of everything on this channel, gardening, crafting, bookish stuff, anything that I enjoy because it's a spark of Sam. So all my sparks in my life that I enjoy. And April is my co-host of the Tales of Starlight book club. So April, if you want to introduce yourself for people who may not know you.
If you don't know me, I'm April. I am a whole lot of things, but I am uh, the owner and creator over at Tisso Sweet. I make bags and pouches and all sorts of things with sewing related. So yeah, and I love to read on when I'm just need to chill and calm my brain down. So for the night. So yeah, I got back into reading since high school over a year ago. So yeah, and Sam and I started this book club because another fantasy book club uh, stopped, and we picked up where they left off, and yeah, I love that's my main genre is fantasy, romantasy, and then romance. So, yeah.
And are you starting Lightlark or have you already started it?
I'm starting Lightlark. So I took a break from fantasy because I was reading like 3 fantasies at once, and I was getting confused with the storylines. So I took a break, and I read Finding 13. If you haven't read Finding 13, you should. It was very, very good. Now there read all the content warnings, all the things because it's a heavy book. It's not something that's just happy go lucky, but it's really, really good. And then I just finished some audiobooks for all romance. So I have a clean palette of fantasy and I can't wait to jump into it. So yeah,
See, I've been doing the opposite.
reading all
I
fantasy.
I have which I normally don't do because I also will get confused, but so far I feel like the characters and the plots have been so different in the fantasies, and they're, like, so different, the types of fantasies I've been reading. I finally finished A Promise of Peridot, which is the second to A Dawn of Onyx, which was our last book club pick. Um, Not gonna lie, I did not love it as much as the first one. The pacing was way off for me. Um, yeah, I'll probably do a review of it later, but I just finished that one. I just finished, A Fragile Enchantment, which, April and I were supposed to buddy read, but I was like, "I'm ready, I'm ready." I'm not ready, I'm not ready. Oh, now I'm ready, and, like, I've been all over the place. Like, one minute I'm reading a ton and then I'm not. I finished that one, and I also started Assistant to the Villain, which I'm
Oh
loving,
yeah.
but then I got the audio for Belladonna on Libby, so then I had to switch to that. I like tandem reading, but being, I don't know, confined to when books are available and when I have to read it has been really challenging for me, and so that's why I didn't do a TBR this month, and I think I'm gonna switch up how I do it now because all of a sudden I was getting like 4 books at a time of all the same genre for like tandem reading, and it was just way too much. Like I even got Thrown a Glass, and I've been dying to start that, but I'm like, I'm halfway through this book, I'm halfway through another book, I'm halfway through that, and I can't be doing this. So I'm like too much, not too much fantasy because I love it all, but I need a palate cleanser soon. Uh,
Yeah.
I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks though while I've been in the garden, and almost all of them have been like mystery, thrillers. So it's not like I'm only doing fantasy right now.
Yeah.
So I am feeling so much romance for the summer. I don't know why. Like when I think of summertime, I think of summer romances and like I don't know, reading at the beach, and you always want like a sweet story. So I do have like a lot of romance books that I'm ready for this summer, but I don't know. It's like to me it's like summer, but I know technically it's not summer till June. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Oh.
Anyways, that was enough rambling. Um Hey Keisha, good morning. It's rainy Saturday morning over here, perfect for cozying up with a good book. I'm reading Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. That is one I want to read. I need to add to my TBR. Ever growing. I It's like rainy at a lot of people's places. Is it rainy by you, April?
Yeah, it's been raining for the past 3 days. So it's like I woke up this morning at 8 and I thought it was like 5 because it was still so pitch dark. So it took forever to wake up this morning.
It is absolutely gorgeous outside, and I even thought about, like, sprinting outside, but with, like, neighbors' lawnmowers going and leaf blowers, I'm like, "Eh, better not." But that's been my biggest thing. If it's sunny and nice out, I have a hard time sitting still until my garden is planted. Like, once my garden is good, then I don't have to worry, but right now I have so much work to do that it's like, if it's nice out, I can't be sitting. So,
Mhm.
it's been hard, but hi, Wendy. Thanks for joining. Um, Hang on, I just saw your other comment. What book is this? Belladonna or Lightlark. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe there's another book I was missing.
Okay.
Um, I wasn't going to read it, but it became free on Audible this week, so I started it and will try to join the discussion. Oh, that's awesome to know. Yeah, there's I will say the Amazon sale was slightly disappointing. At
Mm.
least for like the physical books, they really weren't that big of a discount, if any at all. And then I don't know, like I have a lot of books on my TBR on Amazon and I felt like none of them were on sale. But
I did snag Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and I got her Life's Too Short because I that's the only one I'm missing in that series. And then I got Flawless by Elsie
Silvers.
yes. So because that was like $5, I think, or six something. But so those are the three that I got.
I was good. I didn't buy any. However, I am signing up for the 3 months of Kindle Unlimited because
Nice.
I have I don't so I had a Kindle. It's from like 2010. It no longer works. Um, but I still use like my iPad and my phone and stuff. So it was 3 months free. So if you're looking to get into Kindle Unlimited, you can cancel at any time and it's 3 months free. So I'm like, because 1 month you, like, have to commit, like, "Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to use it." With 3 months, you have a little bit more leeway, but I heard there was a lot of, like, ebooks, for
Hmm.
free or on sale a ton, but I didn't look into them because I'm not a huge e-reader until I save up to get a Kindle again. Good morning. I read Lightlark last summer. Oh, Katie, we would still love it if you joined the discussion if you're available. Um, whether you liked it or didn't like it, if you remember it or you don't, we still would love you guys to join and just talk about it and all the things. Oh, Belladonna, yay. I know. I'm loving it. I wish I had time to just binge it. But I also am like thankful that I'm kind of savoring it because I'm obsessed. I absolutely love it. I didn't think I wouldn't. It is very
Yeah.
much my vibes. Good morning, Laura. I plan to read Lightlark today, but just checked my library checkouts and have 4 days to read The Bridge Kingdom by Daniel L. Jensen because people are waiting on it. Yes, that is so stressful. That's why I push back Throne of Glass too. I'm hoping to read it next week, but now I'm like, shoot, should I have just gotten it and forced myself to get through the audio? It'll be fine. I can just read it normally, and then if the audio comes, I can just re-listen and then catch up. But that's yeah, I'm feeling very pressured on Libby right now. I
Well, and
really
with
need
your
like
limited
21
holds,
days. But then I wish
yeah,
there was some that you could like boost up.
yeah.
It's just been
When with
crazy.
your limited holds, it's hard for you to categorize or
Oh,
prioritize
I
them.
know. I did get another library card from a different area, so I'm up to
Oh, good.
15, but
Hey.
it's still not a ton.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially because just like working out in my garden, I listened to 3 audiobooks this week. So trying to find audiobooks that match up with physical books I have to tandem read and then just audiobooks to listen to. If I go to like available now, I have listened to almost all of them on my Libby. I mean,
Oh
a
my
lot of them,
gosh.
there's like some that are like farther in the series, and obviously I'm not gonna listen to those without
Yeah.
knowing the other earlier books, but there are a lot that I have already listened to. I mean, this year, I've probably listened to close to, shoot, well over like 50 audiobooks, I feel like.
Wow. That's awesome.
The sprayed edges one where you were showing on your phone, that's Lightlark. Our
Yeah.
book club book, they have a collector's edition, they just announced yesterday. I put it in the Tales of Starlight Instagram stories. I can also link the Amazon as well, but it doesn't come out until October, so that's why I was like, "Meh, I guess I could, like, wait a little bit to pre-order." I definitely am not gonna pre-order it unless I, like, really like it, but that special edition is gorgeous. And October is my birthday month, and the 22nd is a couple days after my birthday, so we'll see
There you
how
go.
that goes. Yeah, isn't I think that's really cool. So, I know Wendy, you already finished this earlier this week. Um, that's awesome. Well, thanks for telling me about the Amazon sales. Just bought 2 books.
Yep.
Yeah, it was so random, and I felt like they didn't do a very good job of advertising it either. Um, but I mean, sorry, not sorry. Hey, if you can get them on sale, that's the time to
Yeah.
get them. As much as I would love to be able to pay full price for books, that is not always justifiable.
Yep.
But okay, I know I am ready to get reading. So if we want to do, what time is it? You want to do the top of the hour?
Yeah, that works.
So I'm gonna go back to ambiance videos. Let's all pray that I don't get in trouble because I fear getting in trouble. So, yeah, we'll sprint until the top of the hour.
Sounds good.
Welcome back. How did you do that sprint?
I did good. So I got 2 chapters in, and I had to go get a notebook and tabs and a piece of paper and a pen because I haven't been in, like, this detailed of a fantasy in a long time, and I wanna remember everything for the discussion, but it is so good. Like, they're breaking everything down, teaching you everything from the beginning, and so it's a lot. And I'm not normally overwhelmed by the beginning. I normally just, like, cruise through the first 100 pages and just accept whatever's on the page, but I'm like, "No, no, no. This is a whole lot of detail, and, like, it's super awesome. You're gonna love it."
That's good. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm liking about Belladonna is like it's the opposite. It's just like it's really easy, and even though there's like a magic system and everything, it's not too complicated. So that's I feel like it's a good book to read before Lightlark because I'm not going to be like conjumbled with all of these things I need to know. Um
Yeah,
But I mean, the collector's edition got me really excited. I know the book has had some, like, bad, reviews, but for the most part too, I've heard, like, generally positive things. And even, like, three-star books to me, I still like and enjoy, so it takes a lot for it to be lower than that, so I'm excited. And then I always love being able to see things, so I am excited that it's becoming a movie, as long as it's done
yeah.
well. Like, that's one thing I do love. Um, Let us know too if you guys have already watched Bridgerton season 3, because like, seeing that come to life, I mean, the detail is insane. Like, I love the books, but they're very different, you know? Um, they follow them, like, okay, but just getting to see, like, the molding and the wallpaper and their hair
Yeah,
and their garments, which I realize are not always, like, super historically accurate, but I don't care. I'm there for, like, the vibes and the gardens and the balls. The first ball in season 3, I was dying over.
I bet.
I was just like, "Can this be real life? Can I go? Please, please." Um, but yeah, so I got, 50-ish pages read. Wow, that it's just like it's even though I'm not reading it super quickly, I feel like when I do read it, it flows really fast, for Belladonna, which I'm loving so much. Um, but yeah, I am just like, I am in my whimsy, like and, like, I know that Bridgerton's supposed to be, like, historical fiction, no, kind of, contempor hmm, not contemporary, I don't blah. It's supposed to be just, like, romance and, like, not really historically accurate, even though some things are based on history. Um, I just love, like, the whimsy of it
Yeah.
and the over the top and, ugh, it makes my heart so full. Hey, Tam, thank you for joining. Okay, I did see this, and this was making me, like, very happy since I'm reading Belladonna, and that's the next one. Are you liking it? I mean, I already wanna pre-order Wisteria while only being on Belladonna. I'm obsessed. Well, and, like, just the plant thing, you know,
Mhm.
I like plants, so made it 32 more pages in, better than the movies, really enjoying the story. I'll probably finish the book today. I just started last night, but it's a quick read. I'm over halfway through. I love those kind of books. That's
Yeah,
like that's what I feel like a lot of, like, typical today romances are just, like, a quick read, but they're so, like, filling of just I don't know. They're, like, simple, but they're not, you know? That's
yeah,
why I really wanna read, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, even though she's not simple like, there's nothing simple, but it just mentally, you know, it's easy to read, it's not complicated, you don't have, like, the fantasy aspects, which can be more complicated, but That makes me so happy. I've heard so many good things about that one. I really wanna read it. Have you read it, April?
I started listening to the audiobook last year, and I think I got halfway through, but then I think other stuff came up and I stopped. So it became available on my Libby. I listened halfway through, and so I don't remember anything. I'll have to start over.
Yeah. I haven't. I don't even know if I've read Lynn Painter.
I
It's
listened
so weird. I
to
feel like I get stuck on, like, certain authors, and then I just read a lot of their books, and then I don't get a lot of diversity in.
Yeah, I listened to her Accidentally Amy, which is I've heard her like more adult romance instead of I think better than the movies as YA. And
Mhm.
I really liked it. It was really good. So I like her writing. I know I like her writing, but I haven't yeah.
I don't think I've read any of hers yet. She's definitely one I want to. I'm so, like, curious if I'll like her or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved Better Than the Movies. Yeah, see, I've heard great things. I mean, and just the title is so cute, you know?
Yes.
I really like it. Foxglove is even better. So happy more people are enjoying those books. I'm gonna die dead right now. We're just gonna throw aside no, just kidding. I have, I'm gonna finish Belladonna, then Lightlark, which I am still like, I'm excited. In April, you're getting me more excited because April and I have very similar tastes. Um, so I'm excited for this, but then I do have which shoot, I forgot to link in the description. Starting next this coming Friday, going into next weekend and next week, I'm participating in the Mystery and Mayhem readathon that this Bookish Cottage Maddie is putting on. If you guys haven't joined that yet, you need to. If you go to a Spark of Sam library, I have a post about it and it tags Maddie and you can find all the Discord and stuff there. So then I have to come up with my TBR for that because I am one of the leaders with Hannah from the teacher TBR. Oh my gosh, trying to think of like everyone's handles and it's hard. But we are the team leaders of the detectives. Highly recommend our team. So I need to go through my TBR for that to get the most points for our team. But I'm excited for that. But I do have that still this month. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
be reading a lot. That's why I'm hoping this weekend to get my garden done and then I can like read and then read in my garden, on nice days.
Yeah.
Um I am enjoying Foxglove. I am not super far into it, 25%. Keisha, did you listen to the audiobook for Foxglove? I'm thinking about tandem reading it since I noticed the audio is available on Libby. So I'm tandem reading Belladonna right now, and I'm really enjoying it. I think the narrator, the voice author, is doing a really great job at having different voices, and if it's the same one, I recommend it. I That's how I'm reading it, and I feel like I'm flying through it right now when I do sit down to read. It was a slow start for me because the author has bonus chapters and such that you can receive by email. For Lightlark, that's cool. Is that what I spent time signing up for that and looking at the emails. That's cool. I mean, that's definitely, like, extra stuff, but I like it. I did, and sorry, I have the banner still going. Oh my goodness. I just completely sorry, squirrel. I did and listen and physically read. Okay, there you go. I mean, I'm really enjoying it right now. But yeah, Laura, are you talking about for Lightlark? That's really cool. I have started following Alex Aster on TikTok, and I just like how much comments or content she puts out. You don't need points, just read what you like. He, masterminds. Yeah. Laura
Okay.
is on the masterminds team for the Mystery and Mayhem readathon, so we are competing against her. Trust me, I got one book that is, if I can read it, is gonna get us some points, and I'm really excited.
I still need to go through all the details because I need to build my TBR for it. I've got a work trip that I'll be on while it's going, so it'll be like perfect timing. So I need to get all my books lined up for that.
I have, like, a stack right over there of 7 books, but I'm gonna double check through, like, some other ones just to be sure, but I wanna read books like that I also, like, planned on reading soon too, um, because then it makes me feel better.
Exactly.
Oh, The Bridge Kingdom, sorry, I forgot, what you were reading, that's awesome. I love, like, little extra tidbits and stuff like that. I'll have to look more into that. There are so many books I want to read and so many series. Speaking of which, I posted a story in the Tales of Starlight book club Instagram uh stories. Uh wow. I it was like I didn't say Instagram. I did. Instagram stories. Um, so Lightlark is our current book pick, and then we will skip the month of June, even though our discussion is in June. We'll skip the month of June and then have another book club pick in July. So if there is a certain fantasy book, preferably like the first in the series or a standalone that you've been wanting to read, please put it in that suggestion box, and then April and I will be going through all of them, and then we will narrow it down to 4 choices, and we will announce the 4 choices at the discussion, and then we'll have a vote for you guys on what our next book will be. So that way, like in the off month, we can vote on which ones we want, and then still give you guys enough time to, you know, put it on hold on Libby or get it from wherever you need to. So if you go to the Tales of Starlight Instagram and put books in there, we would really love it. Um, Otherwise, April and I have a very long list
Yes.
that we have started of all the fantasy books we want to read. So, but we'd like to hear from you guys too on what books you want to read. So,
Yeah.
just putting that out there. Um, but yeah, are we ready for our next sprint?
Yeah.
Okay. I like going to the top of the hour. It's just easy mentally,
Yeah.
if that works.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I'll put the banner back up that I just took down for 25 seconds. Okay, see you guys in a bit.
All right.
Hello. How did that go for you?
Great. So I'm on page 50 and
Dang.
it's so good. It's so good. I just it's a whole new world realm. Like it's a whole new world that I haven't experienced before in a fantasy book. So it's not like I have anything to compare it to, which is great. Because I've been reading a lot of books, fantasy books that I can be like, oh yeah, it's just like the Hunger Games. Oh yeah, it's Hunger Games, but this vibe, or something like that.
Honestly, that was like my biggest fear going into this
Yeah,
because after reading Powerless, I was like, while
yeah.
there were things I really liked about it, I was like, this just feels so similar to the
Mhm.
Hunger Games. So knowing that this is different, I'm excited.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
that makes me really happy. I got like another 50 pages read. So
Nice.
I'm thinking about
You're
like
cruising.
58%. I don't know, the narrator is just like really easy to understand. So I'm at like 2.5 and just like
Oh,
flying through it. And then there's like a certain character that talks pretty slow, so she'll like slow it down. And then I can like speed it up if I know it's like a scene with that character in it. So yeah, it's been going really quick, but it's just like
that's
easy
awesome.
to understand. Like I don't feel like I have to slow down to try to figure too much out. And I'm obsessed. I really like it.
Yay. Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
so that makes me happy because I mean, A Promise of Peridot was kind of disappointing for me. And then A
Yeah.
Fragile Enchantment, it just felt like a little chaotic to me. So having like something I feel like that I can stick with and follow through has been nice.
Yeah.
Um, Keisha said I left 4 suggestions in your story. We love that. Um,
Yes.
I mean, I'm seriously the more fantasy books I find out about, the more fantasy books I wanna read. So I want to know everyone's suggestion, and even if we don't pick that one this time, that doesn't mean we won't pick it another time. So please, 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 if there's any fantasy books you've been wanting to read, go to a Tales of Starlight book club Instagram, go to our stories and put a suggestion. And if the suggestion box isn't there, like if you remember tomorrow or whatever, just message us and we'll write it down. Hi, cool gamer too. Thanks for joining and stopping by, or hope you're still here. Just joining as sprints over? Nope. I think we're gonna do one more sprint
Yeah.
once we're done chatting here, and then we'll chat more after that sprint too. So we'll be on for probably another hour at
Yep.
least. So it is not over yet. So thanks for joining, Wendy. I got 25 pages read. World building always slows me down. Yes,
Yep.
same. And it's not that I don't enjoy it, but yeah, it's a lot of processing and it's not that I don't like starting books, but it's like a struggle. Like you have to be aware, you have new characters, the world building, magic systems, all of that kind of stuff just gets kind of overwhelming sometimes. So I totally feel that. That's I think why I love fantasy though, and I love series is because you get that and then it just like expands and then it's not like when you start like a sequel or like a third or fourth book, you don't have to like worry about that as much. So I think that's why I love fantasy so much and big
Yeah.
series. I love series. I don't know how many pages I've read, but I've only got 110 pages left and still loving it. Yes, you're getting
That's
through. Um, I'm really feeling like after this next sprint, like if I get another 50 pages done, um, and then if I read a little bit tonight, even if it's just like a chapter or two, that I'll be able to finish tomorrow. I'm
that's
hoping
awesome.
because then I want to read Lightlark and get that done before the Mystery and Mayhem readathon because then I'm gonna get some points for the lassies, the detectives.
Yeah.
um, hey, in April, I was gonna. Sorry, I was like trying to read and like process at the same time, hoping to read some of Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands and get more cleaning done. Hugging the like button. Thank you. I have not read any of the Emily Wilde's books yet, but I have been wanting to. The covers alone are just like exciting and up my alley. Hey Becca, I just submitted my work for certification change in my teaching. I've been working endlessly the past few weeks and I'm so glad to be done. No scores until December though. Oh gosh. Well, I'm glad that you were able to get that done. And yeah, sometimes it's just getting through the trenches. I feel like this last month and this month have flown by, and I've been trying to balance so many different things. And I feel like I don't have a consistent schedule.
Mm.
So, well, change is hard. Change in anything is like hard. And Matt is back at work, my husband. Um, and him going back to work. I April probably can tell because typically I would stay up till like 11 o'clock midnight and literally I think like 3 nights this week I was sleeping before it was dark out.
Oh
And
my god.
I hate that. But Matt wakes up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, or his alarm goes off at that time, and even if he sleeps in, the whole house, our 2 dogs and our cat are wide awake, and, like, this morning, he was trying to sleep in, and well, then I get scared that he turned his alarm off, because he actually had one day where he set it for, like, PM instead of AM,
Oh
and
no.
it was already light out, and he was freaked out that he was late because you only get so many days late, and then, technically, they could fire you, um, but they had a rain day that day, and so he was lucky he ended up having the day off, but so since then, I'm so worried that, like, if a certain time goes by, if he's not, like, awake, and so then I'm like, "What time do you have to get up?" And he's like, "I don't have to get up for another 5 minutes or blah, blah, blah," and I'm like, "Well, you're" I call his dog. When Graham is bothering me, it's Matt's dog. Um, Graham was already awake because Matt's alarm went off and then he hit snooze, and so Graham was on my side of the bed, like, pawing at me and whining, and normally he just whines, and I can handle that, but he was pawing at the bed, and I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
so dramatic, and Matt will sleep through all of it, and I just so I'm like, "I guess I'm awake,"
Oh
which
my
most of the time I
goodness.
am. Most of the time I'm awake, but then I, like, take my time getting up. So, I hope that everything works out for you, Becca, because yeah, I'm sure that feels like a lot. Sorry, that was a long tangent. I don't like my sleep schedule changing. I don't like going to bed at 9. I love working on stuff from like, I don't know, like 6 to 9 o'clock at night. So the fact that I'm going to bed now has been hard. I miss out on everybody's sprints because everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people have sprints at night. And that's the only time I get to spend with Matt. And then I'm passing out, and it's just so weird. I wake up and I have, like, all these notifications on my phone of all my friends who normally text at, like, 11 PM, and I'm not there. I am dead asleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I feel bad too, because then I'll, like, go through my notifications at, like, 4:30 in the morning, and I'm like, "I'm not gonna respond." Like, I should wait, and then I forget, and then I'm like, "I didn't mean to not respond, I just don't wanna be blowing up people's phones super early." And that's just, like, for people, on, um, the East Coast, they're like the West Coast. I'm like, I'm gonna be texting them at like 1 a.m. Sometimes though, the West Coast, like some of my friends will be up so late that by the time I wake up in the morning is so early that they're awake still.
That's funny.
So it's just
Yeah, when I finished Bridgerton last night, I was like, "Oh, I can't text her. She's like dead asleep." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll tell her in the morning."
I am one that I will turn like I have preset notifications to turn off. And then
There
I
you
only
go.
have like immediate family members. But my
Mhm.
littlest brother, he likes to call me and it's like, we're sleeping. And I was like, do not call unless it's an emergency. And he's like, well, I just didn't know. I'm like, you
You know,
know.
right?
If it's after 9, we're not answering.
Uh-huh.
But I love him, but I don't love well, and especially because like, he'll normally, like, call right when you get into that, like, first 10 minutes of
Gosh.
sleep, and then it's, like, wide awake, and that bothers me, but
Yeah,
I don't ever want to assume that other people turn their notifications off and wake them
right.
up at 4:30 in the morning. Like,
That's
"Rise and shine."
good morning.
Ah, but we can get to our last sprint because
Yeah,
I can keep cruising with this book.
yeah,
It
I'm
is kinda
ready.
nice because, like, being in my basement, I can't tell that it's super nice outside, so I don't feel like I'm, like, as restless right now, but I know as soon as I go upstairs and, like, eat a late lunch, I'm gonna be wanting to go back outside.
Yeah,
So, okie dokie, let's go to the top of the hour if that works.
yeah, that's perfect.
Get some pages read.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
How did that sprint go?
So good. So I'm on chapter 12 and I'm on page 86. I had to stop early because I was just getting into a new chapter and it was about to I wouldn't have been able to stop. Like
You would have been like, sorry, can't talk. Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
I could just
Oh,
tell like in your face that you're enjoying it, and that makes me
oh,
so
it's so good.
happy.
Oh, it's so good. Like probably like I mean, I can't compare it. It's not nothing like it, but probably the excitement is like fourth wing excitement for me in this moment. So there's just so much and so much coming together and so much that others don't know. And oh my gosh, it's so good.
I'm so happy. I can't wait. Well, the speed I'm going at, I
Mhm.
will might finish this tonight even. Honestly, if I read out all tonight, I don't think I'll be able to stop because
Yeah,
it is getting really good, and I just love, like, the time period, the aesthetics, the apothecary slash garden vibes of it, so I'm
that's
enjoying it.
awesome.
I got just oh, shoot, I almost got 60 pages read. Which is
Nice.
crazy. I never read that fast.
Yeah.
But the audio, I am just, like, with it, I am flying through it, so I don't know. I might have to sit outside and read and finish it. I really need to plant stuff in my
Understood.
garden, though. I
Oh,
have a bunch of stuff I need to do. I'm like, "Clear all my plants," and I'm like, "Just kidding.
yeah.
Reel that back." I
Yeah.
have adult responsibilities I have to do. Dang it.
Mhm. Yep.
But how did everybody else do? I do think that was gonna be our last sprint, but we still like we'll be here to chat for a little bit at least. Let us know like what you plan on doing the rest of the weekend and all of that. Hi, Courtney. Just got home from Toddler Saturday at the skating rink with Paw Patrol. Gonna get my little and I some lunch, then read an arc of Come Fly With Me by Helen Rolfe while he naps. Oh, that sounds like a fun morning slash early afternoon, depending on where you are. Um, that's super fun. I'm headed out to eat for lunch. Thanks for sprints today. Thanks, Laura. Have fun at lunch. I hope it's good. Sorry, I'm going back to the Paw Patrol thing. So, Disney on Ice is coming to our area this winter. I don't know when it was, but it was coming up, and I sent it to Matt, and he's like, we're not going without taking a child. And I was like, maybe I can take some of my friends' children to
Right.
go to like Disney on Ice. Um, because I want to go. And I actually heard it's like really good. So I'm
It's
like,
so good. We went when I was little, but I still remember it. Like it's just so good. And
I
that was a
feel
long
like
time ago.
I saw maybe it wasn't Disney on Ice. Maybe I'm just making up stuff in my head now of things I wish I never really got to do stuff unless it was a school field trip. I didn't well, we didn't really do anything. We
Mm.
went up to cabins and we're more in a desolate area than where we already live growing up. Um, yeah, we didn't really not my mom worked so much and then my dad was just doing whatever he decided to do.
Mm.
Okay, I'm loving the audio of Foxglove. I read a few more chapters and ate salad. My husband made it for lunch.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I actually ate before sprints today, which if you've been on here before. I normally have to like uh go and eat during a sprint, but I ate before and now I'm ready to eat again and y'all are making me
Yeah.
hungry. Uh yeah, but with the audio, it doesn't say who um narrates my version of it. Maybe I can see. I feel like like she's done other books that I've listened to and I really Kristen Atherton? Oh. Oh, no, that was on I was like, I just added another one she did to my TBR. Oh, she did None of This Is True. I just read
Oh.
that. So that's what she did. Gosh, I love the internet. Could you imagine when you, like, lost sleep because you're like, "That one person and that one thing," and I don't know what we'd do without it. 65 pages left. Oh, you're gonna finish today for sure. For sure. Read 5% of my arc. Very nice. You got a lot done then during that sprint. We had some lunch. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hungry.
I know.
I am sure you wouldn't be the only one there without kids. You're a kid at heart. Well, like for reals. And that's kind of how I feel like with going to Disney. Like I didn't get to go to Disney for the first time until I was 29.
Wow.
29. 29 years. I had to wait for my heart to be filled by going there. And yeah, now I'm just like living in all of it. But my husband was like, "We can go to Disney without kids, but we're not going to Disney on ice without kids." I
That's
don't know,
funny.
that was like a no, and I was like, "Well, we'll just ask so and so to borrow their child." That
Yeah.
sounds so bad, but I would love to do that. I love kids. We just don't have kids right now because I'm like, there's just a lot going on in our lives. Maybe one day, not now.
Yeah.
But I like them, because like, people that don't ha like, sometimes people are like, "Oh, you're gonna have kids," and it's like, it's not that I don't like them, I love kids. They're just a big responsibility,
Yeah.
and my life has changed dramatically in the past 4 years, multiple times. So, I am baking with my niece tomorrow, so today is a little bit of getting ready and relaxing. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I have, a bridal shower tomorrow. So that'll be fun. That'll be nice. My only complaint is that last weekend was Mother's Day. And then this weekend I have another social event, and that's hard for me because Sundays are my day where if I don't want to talk to anybody, I allow myself not to. But when I have family events, I obviously don't get that day. So my social battery will be drained after tomorrow, even though it's like my heart is full, but my social battery is gone, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
April's like, "I don't understand. I'm the complete opposite."
I don't I don't get that. It's funny because my work trip that I'm doing next weekend or next week anyways. Um I have like 4 days in the beginning of the trip to where at night there's nobody and nothing going on from after work till the next morning and I'm like am I gonna like it or am I gonna like want to go out? So I'm already like looking up movies I could go see, finding or making a list of restaurants that I want to go to that I haven't been to in 4 years. So, anyways, yeah, I'm like, well, that way I have options. If I don't want to do anything, I just want to lay in the silence or watch a movie or read a book, I can. And if I need people, then I can go out.
Yeah, that's nice though to, like, prepare yourself for both options, so then
Yeah.
that way you don't feel overwhelmed when the time comes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking at the calendar and I didn't even realize, like, next weekend is Memorial Weekend.
Mm.
So, Matt actually gets, like, holidays off. So I'm gonna have nothing planned, but that's where I'm like, maybe I can make up for, these past couple
Yeah,
weeks being draining, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe we will do something. His mom has a cabin that's not far from us that they
mm,
recently got. So I don't know if maybe we'll be able to go there. They won't be like his family won't be at it, but I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud now.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
didn't realize it was already Memorial weekend, but it's just because time is just insane
yeah,
anymore. I'm sure their parents would appreciate a couple of kid-free hours too.
yeah,
Yeah, I hope so. It's not like I've ever babysat them, because they have grandparents that always are there when I was like, "Oh, I can do it." They're like, "Oh, well," and it's just easier when it's somebody they already know versus switching it up, so we will see. Or maybe I can just convince Matt. I mean, or we can, like, all go, like, if they wanted to, like, come with us too, because I don't wanna deprive a parent that also wants to see Disney on
yeah,
Ice just because I'm like, "Let me take your child for you." They might also wanna go.
yep.
Um, yeah, so that's, like there's just been, like, a lot. Oh, also what is happening in our area, I hate that you have to buy tickets so far in advance for things, but I
Mm,
just saw that whoa, what are they called? Vitamin strings or something? Well, I'm not musical, but the musicians that take, like, the Bridgerton songs and the Taylor Swift songs, and they make them into the, like,
instrumental.
orchestra,
Mhm.
they're coming to a town not far away around my birthday, and
Oh
they
my
said that they were playing Taylor Swift and Bridgerton songs, and I'm like, birthday present, hello, please, birthday present," and then I will be wearing a Bridgerton-esque dress.
yes.
I mean, we don't have tickets yet, but this is what I'm dishing out to Matt, even though technically, I'm not supposed to get, like, any presents for a while because last year we went to Universal and Disney for my birthday.
Hmm, it's okay.
You only live once, you know? If you can
Correct.
financially afford it, I guess a lot depends on tickets. Like, I didn't look to see the price. I guess that will determine a lot, but I saw it. I'm like, that would be really fun. And M Matt, which one would not think this of my husband when you first see him because he is, like, tattooed, he had his ears pierced, all this stuff. He loves orchestras, like Trans-Siberia Orchestra he saw when he was younger, and he said that was, like, one of the best shows he's ever saw in his life. So,
Yeah,
it's something he likes too, so I'm like, fingers crossed because that would be really fun to go see because
yeah,
I've never been to anything like that.
that'd be really cool.
That and, like, even though most of the time I'm dressed like a hobo, on those, like, fun occasions, I like to dress up.
Yeah,
A long weekend at a cabin, oh, I may need to plan to do that with the husband this fall. Yes, the only downside is that it was actually a lot, like, just a land lot, and they moved a trailer house onto it, and they're currently, like, renovating the land and adding stuff to it. So I don't know how relaxing it would be. It'd be more of like us working a lot on it, but the goal is come 4th of July that the whole family would come up. And right
oh,
now,
nice.
it could like sleep maybe like 5 people all squished into a one-bedroom camper house. Um, people in the pull-out couch in the living room and then on the floor, and it would be tight. So, maybe we'll do that and get working on stuff if we can. There's only so much you can do when you need, like, an excavator to come and do stuff. Not that Matt can't do it, he would, but you have to, like, rent all that equipment and buy dirt and all that, and I don't know how far along they are, but I do miss, like, having a cabin to go visit. My dad still has our cabin that we grew up with, but I haven't been to it in 15 years because it's in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and it's like a 9-hour drive.
Oh, wow.
So, it's like going to another state and then some. Um, I haven't been up to it, but it's really pretty, and it's the last road with electricity up there.
Hey.
The Porcupine Mountains are in that area, and we used to go hiking at the Porcupine Mountains and the waterfalls and all that, and it was gorgeous.
That's
And I do
cool.
miss I don't
Mhm.
miss the drive,
Yeah, no.
but anyways, that was a lot of chit chat. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope that you're all able to read Lightlark this week and that y'all enjoy it and you still have time. I mean, you have this whole week and
Yeah,
then all of next week.
over next week. Mhm.
So we will be discussing it on June 3rd. It's a Monday, and we'll be doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern. If I'm tired, I apologize. I can't hang. But yeah, so you still have 2 weeks to get to
Yeah,
this. Or if you're looking for something to do the end of the month and you want to join the Mystery and Mayhem readathon too that this bookish cottage is putting on, that'll be fun time too.
yeah.
Read all the books. So thank you guys so much for joining and stopping by. I will keep you updated on sprints. I don't know when I'll do more, but I'll keep you updated. Bye, guys.
Bye.